Just finished up my first workout since a quick little vacation this weekend to Mexico. Pretty short, just 3 rounds of chin-ups, push-ups, Tib raises, and calf raises. And I wanted to talk about just kind of why I started counting my workouts based on sets versus sets, reps, weight, all of that. And I have 3 example videos that I did for chin-ups, push-ups, and Tib raises. So what I've been doing is setting a weekly goal of how many sets per type of exercise I want to do per week. And then what I define as a set is going to like that 80 to 90% close to failure on a given exercise. So for example, with the chin-ups, you'll see I did 6 normal reps, and then I did a few partial reps at the top and a few partial reps at the bottom. These partial reps are like 1/4 to 1/8 of the full movement. So by doing the full movement, I'm still getting the benefit of full range, getting a stretch in the bottom, getting a full squeeze contraction at the top, but I'm able to work on those outer ranges, the long range and the short range, as Keegan talks about a lot, as well as Ben Patrick, how both are key. And of course, full range is always ideal, but that's not the full picture. Doing the partial ranges where you're weaker, where you need to improve more, is also important. If you want to jump higher, yeah, squats are going to help you, but also doing the top position quarter rep squats with more weight, more explosiveness, etc., is going to help. Same thing with the push-ups. If I were to try to count the reps for that, it'd be all over the place. It's something like 10 to 12 full reps and then 7 partial bottom reps, 8 partial top reps. Like, there's no point in counting all that when the goal is just to get to that 80, 90%. On that last set that I filmed, I was probably pushing more like 95%. I was barely being able to get up towards the end. And then same with Tib raises. The idea stays the same, that there's no point in counting reps. I'm just trying to push my body to that 80, 90%. So I did a few normal Tib raises against the wall, and then I did, I think, like 2 eccentric negatives. I did some holds with some pulses, just mixing it up. Another benefit of this, I think, is just keeping it interesting in your head. It's not just like 1 rep, 2 rep, 3 reps, repeat, repeat, repeat. It's how do I mess around with the movement to stimulate this feeling or that feeling or burn more or whatever the case may be. So yeah, I'm just really gonna see if this whole set idea works. I think my goal for this week is 16 sets of some kind of pull-up variation. So chin-ups, of course, I'm stronger at, but maybe I'll do pull-ups and I can do less reps. But as long as I'm reaching that 80 to 90%, then it's all fine, you know. And I just mix it up enough with maybe flat push-ups where I'm not going to that deep position. Still want to work on the deep position, but I can do, you know, probably 50% more reps if I'm not going into that deep position. So it's really just about mixing it up, keeping it interesting. And it definitely has been beneficial in terms of recording. Maybe I'll make a separate video about it, but I've struggled big time in trying to be over the top perfect in how I record my workouts. Not record like with camera, I almost never do this, but write it down in my Google spreadsheet. I get caught up in so many just insignificant details. It's like, if I'm shooting for aesthetics or fitness or strength, whatever the case may be, it's like, it's not gonna matter if I wrote down 9 reps instead of 8, or 30 pounds instead of 35. Like, so insignificant. So having that goal of sets and being honest with myself of what is 80, 90% towards to failure, you know, that's all that matters. So probably not the most best worded video I've ever made, but yeah, I just wanted to, you know, maybe I'm sure other people work out in this sort of manner. I'm definitely not the first. I don't know if Boges, I know I talk about him a lot, I don't know if Boges talks about this idea specifically, but he has talked about having like, you know, you should shoot for a certain amount of sets in a week. I don't know if that's necessarily how he structures his entire week, but I know he's much more set focused than he is rep focused, because he does almost exclusively body weight. So for him, it's just like, you know, push to close to failure, or whatever his goal is at the time. Maybe he's only doing to 50% of failure. I'm kind of rambling at this point, but I'll link him down below. He talks a lot about this sort of stuff. I'll link a few of his videos as well as short range and long range stuff that are kind of more related towards ATG. So Ben Patrick, Keegan Smith, and maybe I'll make my own video kind of explaining in my terms how I think about short versus long range. So yeah.